Hello everyone and welcome back guys to a brand new video where today we're here finally back with 2021 Season 3 on the main account. Yes, of course, if you missed out the video we made a couple of days ago where we jumped in with our new Driver's Eye series here on iRacing in VR, I would definitely recommend going back and checking that one out. But today though we're jumping in to the LMP2 Challenge. It's a new series for 2021 Season 2. I'll be honest, wasn't really too sure whether I'd jump into this, but 20-minute sprint races, I've always wanted to give the LMP2 a bit of a go here on iRacing as well. So I thought, you know, if I want to use this for IMSA or ILMS down the line, this championship this season probably going to be a good way to, you know, sort of get grips with the car and everything like that as well. 20 minutes the first race of the year here at Watkins Glen full. We've got the chicane, we've got the boot as well. This one is going to be fun. Let's head out then to qualifying. So getting some heat up into the tyres and the brakes on our out lap. I must admit, yeah, from doing a couple of laps in qualifying, in free practice even, this plays very good fun, a very good combo to start off this new series here on iRacing. I'm still tweaking a couple of things, obviously, on the new PC. Crew Chief isn't quite a thing just yet. I've started with race laps. You can see we've got the relative, but unfortunately, we've actually got the reference laps behind it as well for some reason. So hopefully I'll get rid of that, ready for the next race as well there. And I'm not too sure whether the dash cam is going to work for the next video or not. I've got them all enabled, so I'm not too sure why it's not there. I might have a quick look in the graphic settings once we finish qualifying. But yeah, let's just wait and see then as to what we can do. Our first lap here around Watkins Glen International in the LMP2. Ready for qualifying here. We are the number 13 car, and this one is top guy's already down in towards the 134s. Bit of a lock up down through turn 1. That's definitely not the line through the first corner. I think it's going to be absolutely critical though that we get 2 clean laps in without any instant points. Of course, in the race as well, trying to keep the instant count down will be really critical around here. We might have already picked up a 2x for an interesting start to my first practice lap, or my out lap even I should say, of the session. But in towards the bus stop chicane, they're really difficult over the curbs. Car likes to ground out there. There you can see was where I made that mistake on my other lap, through the hairpin and through carousel. Not the best line through there in the world, just struggling a little bit with the confidence. And I think this is the thing, obviously, where I'm so used to GT cars on iRacing, having to learn to lean on the downforce so much more in these things can be a little bit difficult for me, just to begin with here as well. As we head through the hairpin, oh, come on, try and get the power down. It's so important that you don't short shift in this thing as well. You've got to keep the turbo spooled, you've got to be able to keep it going. Pretty much redline every single gear here. This couple of corners where I was trying to short shift on the third, just losing like 2-3 tenths of a second in free practice there. But anyway, down in towards the final couple of corners. Hasn't been the worst first lap in the world, but certainly a whole lot of time to find. Ready for our second one, as long as we keep the final couple of turns nice and tidy. Definitely left a little bit on the table through there, but through the final corner. Set ourselves up for our second lap. Now white flag is now out. Top guys down into the 133s. That first lap's going to be a 136, if I'm not mistaken. Just going to brake a little bit early down in towards turn 1. Try and get on that inside curb. They're dropping over the curb on the exit. You can already see, you're going to watch the delta climb on the top right hand side of the steering wheel as we head back up the hill. Yeah, almost found a second already on our previous lap there, so that's exactly what we need. I think if we can get down into the 34s, I'll be pretty happy. I think this might be a top split race. I don't know for sure. I think we've got quite a high SOF in this one, so we'll wait and see as to what happens. Much better run through the bus stop as well. And as we head back through carousel, really try and open up the track width as best as we can as well. That's what you like to see. Get down towards the apex through there. Just again missing it ever so slightly as we use a lot of curb on the exit. Try and keep the foot in. Nope. Oh, that's a bit gutting, I'll be honest. Tried to keep my foot in on the exit of the corner there, and unfortunately it's just looped round on us. It was kind of all or nothing, but yeah, the very best we're going to be starting in is P17 in this race. Heading down in towards the final couple of corners then of this outlap iRacing in 4K Ultra. Even, obviously, we've done a bit of iRacing with it, but, sorry, VR even with it, but just on a normal display, it looks absolutely insane, I must admit. Loving the 3090 here on iRacing as well. But yeah, we start P18 out of 19 as the number 13 car, but hopefully we can just get through the first couple of laps. I'm probably expecting some carnage. I think quite a few people will probably be using this series for the same reason I am, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people here as well that are just using it because they love using this thing as well in LMP2 in IMSA and ILMS perhaps as well. But yeah, hopefully we can try and gain some spots overall. But as long as we get to the end, keep it clean, keep it tidy, that'll be the most important thing for me. You know, this is a learning experience championship for us, as well, of course, is the top priority. But heading around the final couple of corners then, getting ready to go green here from Watkins Glen. I think it's going to be about a 14-lap race ahead of us. 13, 14 laps. And yeah, let's just see if we can get to the end in one piece. That's the priority here. Just keep that in mind, Matt. Round in the final corner, we're about to go green. Big kick of oversteer as we head out the final corner, but a pretty clean start as we head back down in towards turn 1. There's already a lot of movement coming in from the guys in front of us. Very, very cold on the brakes. Guy behind ran very, very deep down in towards turn 1. Oh, we've seen some carnage. I'm just backing off. Not interested at all in getting involved in any of that. So we will slot through and we will have a couple of spots. Thank you very much. Another one off. That's going to be at least some progress then in this race. I think we're under about P15, I want to say, straight off the bat there. So, yeah, I'm sure the top guys now have got quite a big margin, but Watkins Glen is always those tight walls up through the hill. Always mean people get stuck together, and always mean normally races get ruined. But green flag racing once again. Oh, back end still low. Very, very loose and lively as we head through the carousel for the first time. Yeah, really got to try and work temperature into the tyres and the brakes. Heavy on the brake pedal as we head down the hill. But so far so good. We've kept it clean, we've kept it tidy. This race is very much formed into two groups. I think it's going to be a battle for about 10th place, I think, in our pack of cars. I think, yeah, sort of the top 8 or 9 of them have really break away off the start, but that's not really too much of an issue. Like I said, I don't think we really will have the pace to be battling right with the front runners, so as long as we can have a good battle as well. But again, this is a learning experience. I've got to keep reminding myself that. We've got to try and get used to this car. Oh, almost following the guy in front of us through the final couple of corners. But we both keep it in one piece. That guy in front gets all on the grass. Where's he going to rejoin? See if we can get around the outside. Yes, we can. So we are up a good few spots then by the end of that one. I think P14, I want to say, at the end of the first lap. Let's have a look. Just waiting on official confirmation. Yeah, P14 at the end of lap 1. So the guy in front there goes for a big exploration through the first corner there. Obviously, you can run really, really wide through turn 1. It's worth definitely going over the curbs there, but I think going that far out, you're just compromising your run up the hill there. Yeah, already up into nearly neutral IRacing territory. I think we'll only need another couple of spots. Just down to 3rd gear there. I know when we're on it, we can keep it in 4th through, but just, yeah, not quite got the confidence early on with the car just yet. Don't want to do anything stupid. Oh, that's wide. As we head back down the hill, though, really difficult to try and get the front end rotating in there. Still just struggling to work out the position. You know, it's getting off the brake and getting all the rotation through the front end. As second guessing yourself is not really something you can do in an LMP2 car with all the downforce on. It's not like a GT3 where it will sort of just bite back in again. You straighten it up, all the air then works in a completely different way. So it's all about being precise, smooth motions through the corners. Sometimes that's not quite what I'm great at. We'll go in front, I think, clip the inside curve there. That's another big thing you don't want to do around here. But yeah, we have survived the opening couple of laps. Around the final corner, that time around leaving it 4th gear. Now we're starting to get the car working a bit more. Woo-hoo-hoo. Clipping the grass. That's not what we needed to do out the final turn. This is already going to be down into the 135s there, so quicker than my qualifying time. But yeah, hopefully we can try and apply some pressure to the guys in front. It's a big kick out turn 1. Is that horrible thing with the traction in this thing, you really don't know when it's going to snap on you. But that's what we're here to learn. Rev out all the gears right to the red line. Not too sure what this thing revs up to, but it's definitely quite a lot. Being brave into the bus stop that time round. Guys in front really hold each other up. So I think we've got to take a wider run in to really get the run off the exit. See what you see, yeah, 9th and 10th pulling away, but Still got a good little battle going on for 11th. So difficult to try and get the car where you want it through there. But you just feel like it's fighting against you. Some of the more cambered turns. Through there it's alright. I guess as the track sort of helps you out a bit more, but yeah, I don't know. It's always that worry as well, if you never quite know what the guy behind's going to try. Maybe you'll go for a dive bomb, maybe you won't. You never really know for sure. It's aggressive through there. I'm going to clip the grass again. That was a nice run. Oh, it's just finding that confidence in the car. And everything all works together. These things really do motor along. Spec trying to slide the back end on the traction as well. Get the nose pointed where you want it. Guy behind though is looking quick. Very, very quick actually. Is he going to have a look to the inside? Yes he is. Don't think it's worth fighting this all too much. I'm going to try and go side by side until the bus stop with him. Get a nice run through though. Oh, that's going to be our first incident point. See, this guy definitely seems dialed in with it. He knows what he's doing. Oh, no he doesn't. As soon as I say that, I jinx him. Unlucky to Gerard even, I think. Thought he knew what he was doing there, but just that's the problem with the traction control and these sorts of things. You just nudge the grass at the wrong time, and it just goes straight round on you. The power gets cut, and there's nothing you can do to try and power it away from wherever it was heading. But that's why it's so critical not to make mistakes in this sort of thing. At the final turn though, we're still hovering just over a second back from the guys in front. See no fast repairs in this either, despite it being a sprint series. Let's see if we can get a bit closer though to Job just in front of us. Watch Daniel and Marco battle it out a bit more, try and gain even more on those guys as well. That was brave on the way in, but not very good on the way out. Trying to get to grips with this thing, but this is certainly a good track to learn this sort of car on. It really does everything you need to learn about an LMP2 in comparison to what I'm used to on iRacing. You can really learn around a track like Watkins Glen. It's a track all about confidence as well. So there's some duking out going on in front. It's the way you watch them just dart around down the straights. It's brilliant to see. Up the road though, I think that's only UPV. Saying 35.2, that's a good lap. And still just losing a little bit to the guys in front. I've got a little bit more iRacing than most of them. Just struggling obviously. Like I said, a lot of these guys will be LMP2 specialists. We've got Carlos just behind us. As long as we keep hitting our marks. That was annoying. I thought we might have got away with that one. I'm surprised we haven't seen more incidents from people up the road, to be honest. But I'm guessing obviously top guys have got a bit more iRacing and sort of know what they're doing. Probably much more experience with these cars as well. The guys in front might be About to get battling in a three-way little scrap. Back end still just trying to kick out in a couple of spots. I think iRacing putting in more of these sprint series though is a really good idea. It's a lot more interesting. And like I said, for me, it's a great way to sort of learn this car without worrying about having to trash an IMSA season or something like that. Obviously, you can do it in both LMP2 and GT if you want, but don't really want to do too many races around the same tracks each week. Same with like the GT3 and sprint series. I think the VRS is good fun, so I want to stick with that. But I might jump in. Brave. That was proper four-wheel slide as well. This is where you want to get the nose. Yeah, we're definitely dropping back though from the guys in front, unfortunately. Just got to keep hitting our marks. Cards behind us isn't really closing in. Oh, what was that? The back end completely grounded out then. It's so satisfying when you get this thing all hooked up, all planted where you want it. Lap times are still pretty consistent though. Still hovering around the mid-35s. Puffs of smoke coming up. Someone might have had a small issue. Hoping as we get towards the end, maybe we'll get some more aggressive moves coming in from the guys in front. Yeah, we are just dropping back ever so slightly. Rotate across. I think that's the important thing, really getting on the power early, get the turbo spooled up, 4 corner exits. Really sort of chuck this thing around though, because it's got all that downforce. Oh, we'll run through there, however. I mean, look at that. I was taking that in 3rd gear to begin with. It's going to be a new PB. It's going to be a 34. Yes! 34.9. Sort of just slowly learning how much you can lean on the car. Yeah, don't want to overstep it though. Be careful. What are your 2/3 race distance here? A little bit out of shape. Kept it together. Trying not to scrub off speed on the way in, so you can really power down on the way out. Yeah, I'll start to take a little bit of time out of the job again. that was close. I think if we'd been a couple of inches further on the left, on the right there, could have been back end round. Horrible line through the final corner though. But still finding more time. I think now we've got everything working as we want it. Yeah, once you start to really just get into a groove with this thing, it's a good fun car. Like I said, I've done a few laps in practice by myself and stuff, but I've genuinely never raced this thing before today. Don't want to become one of those murderous LMP2s either. So used to LMP2 wheeling maniacs in IMSA. Certainly don't want to become one of them, want to feel confident with the car first. You can see why this is such a popular class, both in iRacing and real life. They are just so much fun to drive. Cool. That was not the best line. Another 3 more laps to go, I think. The line that Joe wanted through there, I'm sure. I'm still hovering at under 2 now. If we can keep it absolutely hooked up to the end, there might be a chance. We need to be brave, but careful. You just clip that curve the wrong way and it just chucks the car around where you're not expecting it to. Big gaggle of cars up the road. Oh, we're up to P13 as well. Not too sure how we managed that, but we'll take it. I think we need 2 more spots if we wanted to gain our rating here, but like I said, I've never done a racing lap with this car before, so now I could still not lose much and walk away with a lot of experience. I'll take that very, very happily indeed. But just at the inside curb through that corner, but we got away with it. Oh! Thank God he towed. That was not what we needed in towards the final corner, but anyway, 2 laps to go then. Here from Watkins Glen. So much tidier through there. Are we now getting a faint draft off him? Up the hill, I think we might be. Yes, we definitely are. Look at the way the delta's climbing. That's what you love to see. Oh no. Oh, I got a 1 second slowdown. Oh my God, where are we going? We tried to be brave. Luckily, because we're so mediocre at this thing, we can get away with some of the slowdown without actually losing any time. It's not over yet, though. Yeah, I'm into 12th, though, so if we do get him, we could walk away with a chunk of iRacing. Not sure if first's the way to go through there. Right, on one more lap. almost the wall. Let's see if we can just get close enough to go for something. Gained a little bit up through here again. The drafting effect of this thing is so big. Just see the gap coming down. No, don't do the same thing again. Just lose so much through the bus stop by having that much extra pace on the way in. Someone's going slowly just up in front. Not too sure who that is. It's Marker. But in towards the final few corners here, I think, unless something crazy happens, it is only going to be P12 at the end of the day. There's 6 spots still made up. It's not too shabby, and only a 3x as well. Job just getting a little bit squirrely. Oh, bit grain out there. But yeah, in towards the final couple of turns though. We certainly know a lot about this car, and this has been a very, very fun race nonetheless. Round in the final corner here at Watkins Glen. P18 to P12 in the end is not a bad job done at all there. Very, very happy with that one there. We almost caught up to job by the end, but unfortunately just not quite had enough in the tank. But there we go. Let's have a quick look then, see at your winners and losers from that race. So here we go then, having a look at our winners and losers from that race there. 0.01 SR. Absolutely love that. It was only a 1 split affair. Fair enough. So only the 1 split going, and everyone had really good iRating. So I'm guessing the other splits haven't finished then yet. Because yeah, I'd imagine there were definitely more than like 18 sign-ups for this, even when I did it there. But it is Lucas Colombo that does take the win there with 7,300 iRating. So GG's to him, ahead of Owen and Francesco there in P3. Those guys, yeah, will gain, I mean, yeah, Lucas only gaining 17 iRating there, but 46.53 for those guys. Who was the biggest winner then? I'm guessing it was Jonathan. 2,400 iRating there, gained 54 in the end from that one. We only lost the 2, which is not too bad going, like I said, for everything we learnt in that one there, finishing ahead of Carles as well. You can see Sammy a lap down, Mike 2 laps down there, Aaron 5, and then you got Gerard, who obviously we saw bin it, and then Otto and Corey at the start. Obviously both crashed out very, very early on in that race there. So yeah, not a race that particularly affected my iRating or my iRacing account by a lot, but a 2,700 SOF in the end there as well, and a very, very good fun race nonetheless. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed as well, and yeah, we will definitely be back very, very soon with more iRacing.